I'd like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. Here with the publisher of the Northwest Voice. How you doing, Kenny Brown?
Hey, I'm doing fine, Danny. What about yourself, man?
Man, I'm grateful.
Good, good.
What you got in that latest newspaper?
Man, hey, this was a hot issue, man. In Baltimore County, everybody's trying to figure out what's going to happen with Security Mall. All right? How long and what's going to replace it? That's people out there, they're going crazy over that because the mall is really deteriorated and they want to see something else there. And I've been on that story for 4 or 5 years now.
What do you foresee?
Well, here it is. It's a developer thing. We got a guy out there now. We got a guy that came 4 or 5 years ago and said he wanted to take the mall. He wanted it all. I want the mall. And he was going to tear it down and redevelop it, and more like a town center.
Okay.
Homes, retail stores, restaurant pads, the whole deal.
Like what we see in Owings Mills?
Like you see in Owings Mills, exactly.
Okay.
But the question is, what people never realized, there's 5 owners of Security Square Mall.
Really?
Yeah. The deal is, see Macy's? Macy owns his own building and owns the parking lot in front of it.
So that's 5 different negotiations.
Sears owns his own building. When JCPenney was there, JCPenney owned theirs. When Montgomery was there, they owned theirs. And then the guy that owns the piece on the inside. But the developer said, I ain't negotiating with 5 people. So he goes in, he's dropped a pile of money on the table and said, you guys figure out how much each one of your pieces worth.
Did that work?
It didn't work.
I wouldn't think so.
It didn't
You're dealing
work.
with 5. I mean, those are major corporations.
And from his point of view, I don't want to buy one piece, and then I got one piece of it, but I can't get the other pieces. Now I'm stuck with a piece I don't want because it only works for him if he gets it all.
Wow.
Right. And here's the other little twist in there now. Remember Seoul Paso on the back?
Yes.
The Koreans owned it.
Yes.
The Koreans sold it to the Chinese, right? And now the Chinese sold it to Pastor Pathia, set the captives free. Now we got the big church back there. And they moved their church there. They put a lot of money into it, right? You think they moved there to move out?
They didn't move there to move. They didn't make it a temporary move. I would think they were trying to make it a permanent move.
Absolutely. So that's another card. So if Brown gets the other 4, now Sears is gone, right? The only thing left there now is Macy's. The only big boy, and Macy's and whatever the inside is. But
Okay.
the bottom line is, suppose the church does itself. Can he build all around it? Does he want to build all around it?
Okay.
Those are all the questions, man.
Okay. Well, you have some political changes that are impending.
Oh, yeah. Well, politically,
Redistricting is happening.
it's happening. And I tell you the district to watch. The district really to watch this year will be District 44.
Yeah.
District
I think
44.
Antonio Hayes might be our new state senator. We're here in the 44th now.
Oh, you mean for Baltimore City?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because 44A is disappearing. That's gone. So when 44th District, you got Charles Signor, who will be rerunning for his Senate seat, but it'll be the first time he's elected to it because he was appointed. You got a Sheila Roof, who's a delegate, who will be running for her seat for the first time. And then if 44 becomes 44 by itself, in the past it only had 2 delegates, now it has 3. So you got a lot of people jumping in the race, man, and it's going to be interesting to watch.
There's another story about our, we have a mutual appreciation for him, J. Wendell Gordon. He's been working on the $3 million lawsuit for Corinne Gaines.
Working on it, he got it done. The warrior lawyer, huh?
Yeah, in Baltimore County, they were not being very liberal with the dollars.
No, not very liberal. Well, you know what? I think a lot of times they always figure when people look like us, if they stall us long enough,
That we'll give up.
we'll give up and give in to anything.
Well, they don't know the warrior lawyer.
No.
So you covered that story. Did you cover the Al Sharpton piece?
I covered the Al Sharpton piece. We've been, and again, that's another story I've been following. And the message was, why hasn't Baltimore County done the right thing by this young lady? You remember now, this is not Baltimore County deciding, a jury decided.
Already decided.
I decided.
And the judge was adamant about, I guess siding with the cops.
Yeah.
There's one more story that I have to ask you about as it relates to Northwest Baltimore County. And again, we're talking with Kenny Brown, publisher of the Northwest Voice. You cover from Catonsville around to Pikesville.
Right.
I gotta ask you about those supermarkets, man. We lost 3 food supermarkets on Liberty Road. It was what?
Food Line,
Food Line,
Giant Left,
and Shoppers.
that's it. So yeah, we got a supermarket problem out there, and it's really a supermarket problem. And now that makes us make us look back. Remember the old redlining thing we were talking about? Because I can go over to Ricestown Road, and I can start at the Beltway, and I can go all the way out, and we got abundance of supermarkets there. We can go over to Catonsville. They don't seem to have the same issue there. What is it about Liberty Road that supermarkets have decided to pack up and move away? Now, some people will say it's because of Walmart. All right, supermarkets don't like to be next to Walmart. They don't believe they can do well next to Walmart, but it's just ironic that we've lost 4 supermarkets probably within the last 4 or 5 years.
Any word on Ken?
No, and I'm glad you bring him up.
Ken Oliver.
Because I'm gonna go check on Ken. No, it's pretty quiet there right now. But as soon as I know, Donnie, you will know.
Okay. What should we expect in the next edition? And by the way, kudos for keeping this newspaper going, because
during COVID,
in the middle of COVID, I mean, you know, we don't see newspapers anymore in the black community other than yours. I mean, this is a historic town with historic